All right, good morning, everybody, and thank you for coming by. Those of you who are on YouTube to check out our building our watch list here during the pre-market, and for a quick message. I like to give you a little message every morning. Some of the things that I learned coming up and learning how to trade, the things that were important to me in my development, and I just try to share little tidbits. And these are some of the things that we expand on in the chat room, and when we do some of the webinars that we do every week, we'll expand on some of these thoughts and some of these principles that I learned as during my trading career. So my question this morning is, do you have the backpack mentality? So I know you're asking me, what's the backpack mentality? What does that mean? Well, think about when we were in middle school or high school, and about between 15 and 20 minutes before class was out, we start packing up our book bags. We start checking out. Really, it could be as early as 30 minutes prior to 30 minutes prior to the end of class. And we just check out. Now, if you had a smart teacher, that teacher would give you things that would help you, that would benefit you the most in those last 30 minutes. So those people that checked out would just miss out. And hopefully they would learn that you need to stay engaged throughout the whole class in order to get what you need. So having a backpack mentality means that we're checking out before our learning is complete. We're giving up on something before we reach the end. And that's not good, especially in trading, because trading is not easy, it's difficult. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Everybody tries to do it, but they don't make it because it's not easy. You're trying to learn something that people go to school for 4 years to learn how to do. It's not that simple. You got to get through what you need, all of the learning, all of the fundamentals, all of the basics that you're going to need to sustain you through this career. Having a backpack mentality means we jump from strategy to strategy or person to person. This person's posting all of these gains, so I need to run behind him and find out what he's doing. So you leave what you're doing, pack up, go run behind this person. And it becomes a cycle until you run out of money. And once you're out of money, you're out of the game. So, that's the backpack mentality. We start chasing big movers and abandon the process. But let me keep it 100 this morning. 90% of what you see out there is fake. It's a facade. It's there because certain buzzwords excite us. Money is one of those buzzwords that excite us. When people are posting massive gains and they're not telling you how they do it, and they're not showing you, and they're not giving you what you need, it's there just to kind of draw you in. And so you pack your bags and you go follow that person, and you pack your bags and you go follow that person, and you leave before your learning is complete. So having a backpack mentality is not one that you need to have in trading. And I'm not saying that I'm the person you need to follow, that everybody needs to follow, because I'm not for everybody. There's somebody out there for everybody. And you have to find that person. And that's the person that you need to learn from. Okay, you have got to find that person. And when you do, you don't need to have that backpack mentality. And you need to make sure that they're being real with you, that they're not just telling you a whole bunch of mess. So how can we avoid this backpack mentality? We want to finish. You know, for a lot of us, this is the reason we never get to the next level, because we never finish what we start. When it gets hard, we think that, hey, it's not for us, so we need to move on. You know, it doesn't matter. We have to finish. We work while we wait. While we're waiting to blow up, we work on what we're doing now. We work on the small, because like I said before, if you don't perfect small, you're not going to blow up big. It's not going to happen. You know, you have to have that focus. You got to have that confidence. You work on yourself. You know, in our day trading psychology class, we work on breaking ourselves down in the beginning and then building ourselves back up. And we work on holding ourselves accountable. Every time you see me make a mistake, it's because I accept it. I accept the mistake I made. I don't blame anybody else. The other thing, stay in your lane. We talked about this yesterday. Kill the noise. Focus on maximizing your trading. Forget what everybody else is posting out there. You focus on what you're doing. Once you get your style and your strategy, you focus on developing it and being the best you. You can't be the best me. You can't be the best Mike. You can't be the best Ross. You can't be the best Kanal. You got to be the best you. Or even the best Tim Sykes. You got to be the best you. And it's all about who you are as a trader, not trying to imitate somebody else. Can you get the results we get? Sure. But you get the results by being yourself. Alright, last but not least, you keep fighting. You only lose when you quit. Okay? Now don't get this twisted. Don't think about, if I don't close my trade, I'll never be a loser. That's not what we're talking about. So don't compare these two. I'm talking about quitting your learning. Okay, when it's time to stop out of a trade, you need to stop out. And you're not a loser unless you don't follow your plan. But I'm talking about not quitting the process. Not quitting the learning process. Don't make excuses, only make adjustments. And you have to expect to be successful. I expect every trade to work. Okay? And whether it goes for me or against me, I expect every trade to work according to plan. If it goes against me, stop out. If it goes for me, take profits. And if my plan is executed perfectly, whether I stop out or not, it's successful. I expect to be successful on every trade. And making money on every trade doesn't mean success. Sticking to your process, sticking to your trade plan, all of that means success. Alright, so that's what I wanted to share with you guys this morning. Just remember, you can't be successful, having that backpack mentality. It's practically impossible. Yeah, DOS. I think DOS is down because I tried Sure Trader and Speed Trader, and both of them were kind of acting crazy. All right, let's see. You got one ticker hitting my mirror on the wall scan here. See what see what the deal is on this. Buyout. So no go on that. No go on Sino. Let's see what else we have. Uh, Slow day. Very slow day. GM, huge float. Not sure that would move much. I'll take a look at it for the sake of argument. TTM, Tata Motors, that might hit our scan here in a minute. Does have a little bit higher float. So GM has a higher float, and it usually doesn't give us huge moves here. You know, only 80 cents. 80 cent average true range. Let's see, where's TTL? Oh, TTM. That only has a 68 cent average true range. So on an average, they don't really move as much. So yeah, I'm hating I sold my last bit of, or covered my last bit of NVDA yesterday. I should have just held on to it and let it keep fading. Alright, so let's look at GM here. Like I said, I'm not real excited about it. The float's very high. Float's very high on this. Very high. Uh-oh. I'm getting back feed on my live stream here. Let's see, we're trading around 37.01. Looks like the moving averages may come into play today. Let's mark some of these pivot points out. Alright, 36.48. I'm not gonna mark that because that's like right in about 10 cents around this 36.38 level. So it's should be fine. Let's take a look and see what the 5-minute looks like. Yeah, FCAU Mitch is one of those that don't move at all either. I mean, they move 20-30 cents here and there, but it's not a stock that I really look to trade that much. We've got some decent windows in here, not much to write home about, but we do have some decent windows. Alright, so I'll be watching that for lack of better opportunities here. See, TTM, this one doesn't move much either. Every now and then we'll get a little movement out of this. Like this, the range on this candle this day was $2.66. you know, but I don't see much. This one was $1.50. We do get some. I guess it has to have a catalyst to drive it, but you know, this one got down on earnings. We're at 34.80, so we're kind of in this area here, kind of in between here. So not sure what kind of opportunities we're gonna have with this today. Let me see what the 5-minute looks like now. Not bad windows. So if we can get some volume and stuff, TTM might not be a bad look. Might not be a bad look. So we'll keep that on watch. TTM and GM so far, they're not A plus watches for me. Obviously the A plus watches are the ones that's gonna hit my ORB pre-market scan. Those are the ones that's gonna give me the best opportunity for opening range breakouts that day. I mean, there are stocks that set up every day and make good moves, make good opening range breakout moves, but not all, you know, hit my scan. So a lot of small caps have some volume this morning and are moving, but not many in my wheelhouse. So TTM still not picking up any volume yet. This would have to pick up volume in order for me to be interested in it. TTM. See, HOLX has got 30,000 shares. We can keep an eye on it to see if we get. Let me see what's up with HOLX. That's part of the buyout. Okay, I got you. I thought it sounded familiar. That's the deal with Sino, the buyout. Yeah, NVDA might be something. I hate that I didn't keep it on yesterday. Let me take a look at it again. No, this was, you know, pretty solid. What I was looking for was it to get back down to the 50-day. I think if we get through this, we get to the 50-day today. You know, we're below here. So I would look for a setup early, and this will be an all-day hold. I mean, obviously our platform has to get back up and running, but you know, DOS will have to hook a brother up. Let me see if I can get Speed Trader anymore. Yeah, if it's not one thing, it's another. So I will continue to have NVDA on watch because right now we're trading right in here. So we closed right on this level, and what I was looking at yesterday was, you know, if I put this, leave some shares on, we may get the fade or the gap down tomorrow and test this 50-day. And that's what I was looking for. And then we lose the 50, we got room all the way down here below 100 before we get into, we got a little bit of support in here, but then we got the 90 in play. So for as far as a swing, I'm looking, I'd be looking for this. And this I'd be looking for all day, pretty much an all day swing or all day trade on this. Let's see. So far, I'm watching GM, TTM, and NVDA. Again, I know NVDA doesn't have the biggest of gaps, but not enough gap to hit our scan. But based on the chart, the daily chart and everything, I like it. So if I can trade today, that would be something I would get into. So I haven't tried active web yet, so I don't know if that sounds. Yeah, everything is down. Man, usually one or the other would be up, but I guess everything is down. Alright guys, so I'm getting ready to sign off of YouTube live here. We can switch our attention back over to our watch list and watch these stocks into the open. See what kind of opportunities we're going to get today. Remember, when the market is this soft, for your strategies. Now, obviously, not every strategy is going to be slow all the time. That's why there's multiple strategies. And the market goes through cycles. And sometimes, the opening range breakouts have been around for 30, 40 years. And they've proven to be consistent throughout all of those years. Do they work every day? No, they don't. They don't work every day because the market is different. Things are different every day. On some days they work on stocks that aren't even gapping up, and we don't have them on my watch list. We have to catch them on our opening range scan. But there are stocks that break out their opening range every day. But do the ones that on my watch list work every day? They just don't. And that's reality. They don't. So any strategy you trade is not going to work 100% every day, all day. It's not going to do it. And that's part of what we have to accept. And that's where not having that backpack mentality is going to be key, because if you pack up and move every time a strategy you trade gives you some trouble, you'll never be a trader. You'll never be able to settle down and be the best version of yourself. And that's why not having a backpack mentality is key. Once you find who you are and define yourself, you got to stick to what's true to you. And if you do that, you're gonna blow up big and blow up in the right way. All right, guys. So that's it for me today. Tomorrow morning, remember we will have our sneak peek Wednesday. We'll start with the watch list bill like we do now, but we'll just keep it running until about 10:30. So we'll broadcast live from our room until about 10:30. Give you an idea of what you will see in the room, the interactions that we have, and just get a feel for what goes on. Now, if you're thinking about joining us, we are real close to capacity. And, I'm not going to take but so many traders. I really feel that taking too many will dilute the room, and I won't be able to give the attention to detail like I do now. And I won't be able to offer any personal attention, like I do now. And I think that's key when you're learning how to do this. So we'll be doing this until we fill up, and so just stay tuned for that. We'll just continue to do this every Wednesday for the time being. All right, guys. So stay safe, stay green. Remember to trade for skill, not for money. If you trade and you nail that skill, at the end of the day, the money's gonna be there. So have a great day, guys.